What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay. First review of the year. I know it took me forever to do this, and I'll explain why it took me forever to do this in the video. But today we're taking a look at Super 7's Rat King, one of my all-time favorite figures from my past, from my childhood. Love this guy. Let's see if he stacks up with the original. I'll let you know in the video. Stay tuned. For right now, let's take a look at this box. Let's see what we're working with. Put this guy off to the side. So it comes in that standard Super 7 packaging. I missed the slipcover, man. I really wish we had that slipcover with the sewer lid and the face on it. I missed that, especially for one of my favorite figures in the line. It is what it is. So I don't know why they did away with it, but that was one of the cooler aspects of the Super 7 TMNT line. Price is still the same though. We still paying them premium prices, but we get less stuff. Anyway, so he looks pretty cool in the box. Comes with all of his accessories, couple heads, a lot of different things. Some things we've seen kind of, some things we haven't. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. Take a look at the side of the box here. Not much going on. Not much going on the side here. And on the back, we got the bio, the Manic leader of the Rat Pack, baby. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at my man, the Rat King, outside the package here. Now you can see a lot of similarities between him and the cartoon version, right? So that's where they're originally trying to go with this figure. They were trying to do the Shredder's Revenge kind of version of the figure, because I don't know what the heck was going on with them and Playmates. I don't know if there's some kind of like, beef between them, and then they're like, oh, you can't do, straight recreations anymore. So we got this abomination of a Rat King, and everybody was like, yo, what the heck is that? So then they were like, okay, we'll put off Rat King, we'll go back to the drawing board, and then they brought us this. Now, while he looks great, I do have a few issues with this figure. We'll get into some of the issues when I start really doing the review. But right now, I just want to take a look at all these Rat Kings together. We got the Mirage Rat King, Cartoon Rat King, Super 7 Recreation Ultimate Rat King. We got the old school vintage Rat King. And then we got I'm not even sure what he's from. But we'll say the Loyal Subjects Rat King, where he looks completely different than all these other guys here. So he's got a lot of different looks throughout media. So that's pretty cool. Got a Rat King army right here. This is dope. One of my favorite characters of TMNT. I've said that like a million times. But anyway. But yeah, let's get into this figure here. He comes with a lot of accessories. A lot of different accessories. Some of the accessories that the vintage one comes with, he does not. But he does come with some cool stuff, though. Does come with some pretty cool stuff, so I gotta admit, some of his stuff is really hilarious. But we'll check that out right now. As for looks, I think he looks really good. The colors are a bit off for me in some areas. Like, I kind of wish that they kept that the same. Like, his little loincloth is dark green now instead of being the same color as the pants. It looks kind of like he's wearing a diaper. But I don't know, that's just me. Here, it just looks like he's just wearing pants, The wraps are a little bit darker here. The green, it's close. It's close. Like, the colors are close. It's not an exact match, but I get that. Some of the colors, like Ace Duck, had to be a little bit different. So I get it. Maybe they can't do it exactly like they did the vintage figures. They can't do the exact same colors, and some of the stuff has to be moved around a little bit, I guess, because the bone's kind of in a different angle here. The little worm or centipede or whatever that thing, millipede, is kind of like different. It's in the same area, but it's not exactly the same. Like the rat here, I believe you can move this. Let me pick him up. Let me see if we can move this rat. You should be able to move it, unless it's glued down, in which case... Nah, you can't move it. Unless mine's really tight and just, yeah. But you get what I'm saying. So, like, yeah, I don't know what the heck I did as a kid. I just tore his rat off. I don't know why I did that. But anyway. But But yeah, there's a couple differences because they were going for something different, and then they were like, all right, let's just take what we have here, update some things, give him a new like little wrap around his neck, give him a new head that matches the vintage one, and like the rat's he's a little bit higher up now. I get that he's not on the foot, so it doesn't hinder articulation. So that's cool. Other than that, I think he looks really good. The faces came out really nice. Paint apps on mine are a little bit iffy. Little bit iffy on mine, man. Look at this. Look at the back of the head, right? Now that is supposed to be orange. That is green. Green. It's supposed to be orange. Like the paint apps are a little suckish. And then the wraps around like his face or like they could have did a little bit better of a job. I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna keep it real, man. They could have did a better job with the paint apps. Like really? Like come on, man. So I don't know if that's across the board. I gotta open this guy up and see how bad he is. This is one of those figures where it's like I need it to be excellent. I need it to be 100% great. You know what I'm saying? Like other figures, I don't mind it being like a little off, but there's always that one figure in the line where it's like it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. And one of these for me is Rat King. I'll give you an example. Like SH Figuarts Goku Black. I that's my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. I wanted that figure to be perfect. It was darn near perfect, but they got the pants wrong, and they got the hair wrong. The Super Saiyan Rose hair, it's wrong. So I had to get me a custom just to get the hair right. It's like I don't know. It's just this thing with me where it's just like if it's my favorite figure, I need it to be perfect, and it never is. But that's just a little personal gripe. So other than that, it looks pretty good. My biggest issue with this dude is the freaking heads and the neck peg. That's probably why I put this review off for so freaking long, is because trying to swap out the heads are damn near impossible without taking out the neck peg. So I'm not going to do that. I'll show pictures of him with the other heads on and whatever, but I'm not swapping him in this video because it will be here till like next year. You got to get like a heater or a heat gun. You got to heat up the head, pop it off, freaking take out the neck peg from the head, put it back in, and then swap. It's a pain in the butt. Like, yo, Super 7, fix that. That's a pain in the butt. I shouldn't have to go through all that just to put the head on, you know what I'm saying? So for review's sake, we're keeping this head on. I'm not swapping any heads in this video. So yeah, that is my major issue with this figure, the head swaps. It's a royal pain. Royal. But anyway, pun intended. But yeah, it shouldn't be that much effort to freaking swap the heads. It really shouldn't. So, all right, let's take a deeper look at this guy. Looks really good. A lot of stuff is different. A lot of stuff is the same. Like, of course, some of the wraps are going to be a little bit different. Still a lot of detail in the figure. It's not going to be, it does bother me that it's not exactly the same. They should have did this figure earlier in the line so it could be like an exact recreation. But, at least we got him. So, like, some of the details are missing from this guy. Like, you could tell the details in here where it's like, it looks like different materials that are used on the, on his, like, wraps. And it kind of all looks the same here. So it's like, there's some areas where it's like a little bit flat, and then there's some areas where it's a little bit grainy. But all in all, it did come out pretty good. So they're missing me with the spiders, though. I missed the spiders. He's got spiders all over his body. I'm gonna have to get me some custom spiders on Etsy or something and glue them on this guy, because they missing me with the spiders, man. That's what made him gross, and that's what made him cool. He had all the bugs and centipedes and worms and everything like crawling all over his body. This one doesn't have that. So that's kind of a bummer there. As for the good stuff, look at that face, though. That face sculpt is amazing. He looks great. Another thing, though, this face sculpt is cool, but I think they should have used one of the original face sculpts that they had. I'll show you here. I think this head sculpt is much better than this one because it has more wraps around his face. But this one's kind of cool. It's got that cheesy grin, got that crazy crazy long hair before he lost it all or ripped it all off. And then you got this head where he's like, it's kind of like the same head, but he's got an open mouth. He's like screaming. I'm all off. I'm not even on center. But yeah, this head's pretty cool too. The details in there are really nice. You could like see like the skin where it's kind of like eaten away. Really nice sculpt. The sculpt is definitely there. The paint is a little bit just like off. So that's cool. It comes with 2 extra heads there. Another thing I kind of miss is kind of like how the eyes are all wonky. My man looks like his eyes are going in 2 different directions. I always thought that was kind of cool too. Here he's just looking straight at you. Like a guy living in a sewer talking to rats. I mean, he might have a little eye problem. He might be focusing on 2 different things at one time. You never know. So it would be cool to have that kind of look on this guy where he's looking off in 2 completely different directions. That would be fun. Now, let's get into articulation, and then we're gonna get into some of these accessories. I'm talking too fast here. All right, now his head's on a ball joint, so you can move that to the right, to the left. You can get that up like this. You can get that down like that. His arms are gonna be on a ball joint as well. You can get them up that high. You can get this down like that, forward and back. Got the bicep swivel right there. You got the single joint at the elbows. The double joints are coming with the 2000 cage or 2002 or 3 turtles. You got the double joints coming. You got the wrist. Man, I can't talk today. The wrist swivel with the hinge joint right there, baby. All right. Then you got the waist, which is on a ball joint. Shadow, what are you barking at, girl? All right, you got the waist swivel right here. You got the legs that are on a ball joint. You can get those out. Not loose at all. So this guy's actually got some tight joints, especially in the neck. so you got that. Then you got the single joint at the knee. Then you got the hinge and the rocker at the ankle. So great articulation on this guy. I can't wait to see what the 2K3 turtles. I can't wait to review those. Can't wait. I think they're being tooled at the factory right now. I know we get constant emails from Super 7 telling us where they're at. I think they're at the factory right now. We'll see. But those should be fun. Now, it's a really cool figure. I'm digging it. It does hit me in the nostalgia feels, a little bit. But man, just there's something missing. I think it's those spiders that are missing, man. I think that's what's it. Maybe I might do like a custom and just kind of like make him almost exactly like the old figure. They're missing something here. It's a good figure, but it's missing something. But it looks really good though. I'm glad they finally got to him because like what are we 11 waves in and they finally got to this guy. It took them forever doing all those variant turtles, man. Nobody wants all that mess. But anyway. So we got the 2 heads out the way, or 3 heads out the way. He comes with a couple different hands, fisticuffs. He comes with 2 grabbing hands. And then 2 more open like grabbing hands. And then 2 pinching hands. I guess these are pinching hands. I'm not exactly sure what you're going to do with these hands. Probably hold the flute or whatnot. Comes with this. Now this is another thing that I'm glad they included, but it's a little bit different. Now remember, this guy had that old school snake belt with the dead cat on it. That junk was cool as anything, man. So it was a dead cat wrapped around like a snake, and then it had a whole bunch of different stuff on it, and you could put like his little weapons in it. I'm glad they brought the cat back, the dead cat, but I'm missing my snake, man. And what's actually cool about this is that you can put this on his shoulder, and then there's your rat on the back. So that's pretty dope. That's cool how they included that. There's your rat on the back because he's got the little sash on right there. I forgot what this is actually called. This is actually called something. I'll have to pop it up there when I find out what that is. Then he's got this. It's like, I guess it's a grappling hook rat with the super long teeth. So you can grapple that onto something and make it catch. Got that long tail. What kind of a rat has a long tail like this? I would never want to see that in real life. Ever. Good God. Then he's got this pipe knife. This is actually a really cool accessory. He didn't have this in the vintage one, but this is actually really cool. I like this idea. So we didn't get the crossbow, but we actually did get something just as cool though. And then we got you gotta have a scepter. If you're a king, you gotta have a scepter. You got this little fat rat wrapped around, his tail wrapped around. He's like sitting on it, and he's got a crown. So that's pretty cool. And then what's a rat king without a flute? You gotta have the flute. So it's kind of like, ooh, it's a little bit longer than his cartoon counterpart here. And it looks really cool. A lot of details in there. But it's only like one flat color, and then it's got the green wrap. So there's that. So you could swap out these hands and put his flute in his hand and put all his little accessories and whatever this thing is here. It looks like mashed up soda cans. He just mashed them up. And then you can put his weapons in here like this. But what's weird about this is that they kind of get in the way. You can't even see his face. So let me see. Let me put this one down here. I believe this goes here, and the knife goes up here. So you could see him a little bit better. Oh, okay. Yep, that does go there. Okay. Because that actually fits in like really good. So it doesn't cover his face up that much. Let me get him a little bit straighter here. It would be better if they were probably on the back, but then there's not a whole lot of room there. Man, they should have just kept the damn belt. Kept the damn snake belt, but this is actually pretty cool too, because now he actually kind of looks like a king, you know, with that thing on. Man, I gotta find out what that thing is called. But yeah, he looks like a king. I kind of dig the new accessories. I love that they included the cat, the dead cat. Them orange cats are a menace, I tell you, man. They really are. That's why I'm a dog guy. But like the rats, I need me some spiders on this guy though, man. But yeah, sorry it took so long with this review. I think those heads were really what was just putting me off about this figure. Trying to pop one on and get the... Man, it was such a pain, dude. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. But I said that this was going to be the first review, and darn it, it is the first review. I like recorded all the other ones, and they're just waiting for me to just upload them because I wanted to get to this one first. Get this out the way because I said I was going to be first. Man of my word, darn it. So there you have it, guys. There is Super 7's Rat King. Not perfect by any means, but it does do the job. It looks like the old one enough that it's not that much of a departure from the old figure, which I appreciate. It's better than what they originally gave us because that thing was an abomination. And oh, one other thing while I'm at it, where the heck are the rats? This dude is called the Rat King, and he ain't got no rats. I mean, yeah, he's got a couple rats on him. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 rats on him, right? But then what happened to these 3? What happened to those 3 rats? They could have included those 3 rats. Like, if they wanted to, honestly, they could have left this out and gave us those other 3 rats. That pizza-eating rat, though, come on, man. Like, bro, I wanted that. They could have at least given us that, and maybe, like, if they give us a rat grappling hook that we can't even really use, and then took out the crossbow, and then didn't give us any rats? Like, bro, every Rat King should come with rats that you could actually have around him, not, like, just molded on his body. But other than that, that's pretty much going to wrap up this review. If I had to grade this guy, I'd probably give him like 7.5. Maybe, yeah, like 7.5. That's average. That's good. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not awesome. But it's like a C. So, oh God, this dog. She is barking at something. I'm going to go see what that's all about. And I will catch you guys on the next one, which will probably be Shredder. So, peace.
Okay, I love you, but bye. Woo!